Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and I'm Liz, and welcome back to more Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. I've been excited. It's been a couple days. We've had a couple days off. Got some energy. Feel pretty good. It's now a Tuesday. Wife and kids are up. They're actually still in the other room. They're just finishing up a game of the Game of Life. So if there's lots of screaming and yelling at each other and fancy little like, oh my god, how did you get this? When did you win a Nobel Prize? And all that kind of stuff. You know, that's where it comes from. So when last we left off, we finished Act number 4 and we're moving into Act 5. Exciting stuff. We rested here. And unfortunately, this is not a good rest, so Darren is still on death's door. Now, since last we spoke, I have made a couple of changes here. We've rested again, but that's because, hey Jack, nice to have you. We have respect land.
Always be ready for the worst.
To take advantage of our new Trickster feats. So now that we have feats without the requirements, only the mainline feats, by the way, the bonus feats, we do not benefit from the we can have whatever we want there without requirements. So we have Greater Vital Strike and Improved Cleaving Finish without any of the Vital Strike or Cleaving Finish feats. So I skipped Improved Vital Strike. I still need Vital Strike in order to have access to Mythic Vital Strike, but otherwise, we've saved a feat off of Improved Vital Strike, and we've saved 3 Cleaving feats. So Cleave, Great Cleave, and Cleaving Finish, and all we have is Improved Cleaving Finish now. Oh, a respec sort of Jack, but it's actually just a tightening of his actual spec. He's not anything different than what he was before. He's just better. We've improved him. He does his job even better now. Theoretically, assuming there's no bugs involved with anything that's going on. Otherwise, he's the exact same as he was. Weapon Fauchard, Focus Fauchard, Specialization Fauchard, and then the greater versions of those as well. All of the improved critical feats that he had before, power attack that he had before, all of that stuff. And outflank. What he has replaced it with, those 4 feats that he now has that he didn't have before as a result, are Cornigan Smash. So when we damage an opponent, we can persuade them to intimidate them, to demoralize them. And we have Shatter Defenses. So anybody who is either shaken or frightened or panicked, we hit their flat-footed AC instead of their normal AC. So when you demoralize somebody, you shake them. That's the effect that comes from that. So if he demoralizes somebody with his Cornigan Smash, he will shake them, and then he'll hit their flat-footed AC. Also, Intimidating Prowess. We can add our Strength modifier to our Persuasion checks to Intimidate. So his plus 25 Persuasion, which isn't that great, is going to get plus 14 right now from Strength to it as well for Intimidation. So he's not great at it, but he's there. Like, I don't have Persuasive and those kinds of feats, but he should be able to persuade some things. And then also Dreadful Carnage. So whenever we kill somebody, we'll immediately try to demoralize everybody near us. The one thing we're missing is Dazzling Display. Dazzling Display is normally a requirement for some of these feats. Specifically, I believe Shatter Defenses and Dreadful Carnage. It's a requirement for both of those. And you can use Dazzling Display whenever you want, but we don't really want to waste a turn using Dazzling Display. I want to use my turns on land killing things. So having the things that proc when we hit and kill stuff is probably going to be a bit better for him. And he still has 3 feats available to him now. Nice. As long as nothing is bugged about this, as long as, you know, Cleave will work without having all the pre-feats, like Improved Cleaving Finish. You can use Cleaving Finish any number of times per round, as long as, you know, it's not like, oh, well, you don't have Cleaving Finish, so I guess you can't use it. Which it shouldn't be a thing. As long as that doesn't happen, I think we're golden. This build, he should just be better at everything than he was. There'd be no other respecs, but as a result of that respec, we did rest again because I spent all of my buff slots like maxi buffing. We are 100% like the best buffed we can be. Like, take a look at Camellia's buffs. Like, this lady is ready to rock, and all of us are actually well buffed. Basically as good as we could get. I also took a look at our spell slots.
Trust in yourself.
Ember had some spell slots available. or some memorized spells, I guess, since she is an arcanist. We had a spell slot here, and I was like, well, I don't necessarily want anything else memorized at this level, but you know what I would love? I would love a Sirocco, which is a level 6 spell, so we meta magicked Sirocco down to level 5 using totally normal spell, and she can cast it as a level 5 spell now. So I have access to Sirocco if we want to use it with like a if we want to use it with like a the earth thing that that our kineticist can do. And what else did we do here? We also got ourselves another level 7 spell slot, I think, which we meta magicked an angelic aspect down into. It's not that great of a spell, but we have access to it now. And level 8 we got another spell, which is currently Dragonkind 3. I guess I could have meta magicked Tsunami down to level 8, since I know Tsunami. Oh well. You don't think it'll work without Cleaving Finish? Who knows? We'll see. I mean, I know for sure that Dreadful Carnage works without Dazzling Display, and when you kill something with Dreadful Carnage, what it does is cast a Dazzling Display from you. So it definitely works without that. So we'll see if it works or if it doesn't. If we can't cleave, then I'll just have to, you know, play with his spec until we have it working the way we want. In any case, he's still going to hit very hard. He should still be able to hit for over 1,000 under the right conditions right now. Let's loot some of this stuffs, shall we? So we just got here, and Evia is telling us, oh, hey, if you go out there and do some stuff, good things will happen. What exactly do I need to do here? Meet the one-eyed devil in the tavern, meet Hiller in the dungeons, talk to the storyteller, because he was trying to find out where the queen was, and strike the bell of mercy. And Captain Sailcane just rode off into the whirlwind, essentially, right? Yeah. And we need to find out where Mutasafin is as well. But for now, what we need to do is these guys right here. So we get to wander around Dresden and do some more recapturing of this place. With massive buffs. Better buffs than ever. Okay, that was the loot that we just got. So that's where we kill people. Yeah, graveyard. And we're at the church. Perfect. Hello. No secrets. It's a lot quieter than it was the first time we were in Dresden, and I appreciate that greatly. The first time this was a very loud battlefield. And now it's just like crickets. Look, it's the commander. He's back. Now we're sure to hold Dresden. See? Everybody appreciated us around here. Oh, guys. Oh, you're...
I will defend my dream.
Yeah, that guy just went down. Yeah, he was maybe just a little bit too anxious to get out there. Just a smidgen too anxious. This is not a surprise round, so I actually have my actions, so I can conjure a lager beer elemental. Ha 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 ha. No, I don't think so. How far am I away from studying? I could study that Merilith. Let's do it. Damn, 201 damage, not a kill. Get on in there, Camellia.
Wide open.
Yeah, I'm afraid these Crusaders aren't long for this world. I guess their loot will be mine, though, so that's a thing. How many enemies are here? Is it just the 3 of them? I almost want to Sirocco them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold back. I'm going to hold back on my baser urges. We'll just throw a lightning fireball at them. See, here's the thing. This stays active. And the first ability that we had that converted our stuff to fire stayed active. And that was from the Elemental Wizard. But the sorcerer thing that we were getting from the Inferno Bloodline, or the Fire Bloodline, the Elemental Fire Bloodline, that's it, that can convert it to fire, that one did not stay active all the time, and that was infuriating. I'm happy that my lightning faker does stay active. Yeah, you can shoot a fireball right there. A lightning ball. Balls of lightning. It's kind of framey, actually. It's kind of really framey. Like, it feels like it's slow-mo almost. So this guy saved. Lots of attacks, all of them against 20. Ooh. She got a natural 20 there. I mean, Camellia's got lots of hit points, so I'm not that concerned, but still. So, here's the question. Do I want to build up burn? So, there is a reason why you were able to find a graphics card at MSRP. Oh my god. What graphics card? There is a reason why you might want to build up a burn as a kineticist. There's reasons why you might want to have some, but I don't think I want to build up any burn right now. I think we're just going to go for a blue flame blast extended range because I need extended range and, like, kill one of these clowns.
I will resist.
Oh, didn't kill the clown. Okay, Lan, it's up to you, Lan. Let's make it happen, Lan. In fact, let's go here, and this is a test. This is test case. Will cleaving finish work without cleaving finish?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Maybe. Let's just take a peek. So he succeeded on all of his intimidates. He did 267 damage. I don't think he cleaved. I think he needs cleaving finish for it to work. Ah, that's lame. But it was a $1,700 card. Okay. Well, we're rocking him without cleaving finish for now, but he can still potentially do like 1,000 damage, so.
Out of my sight.
How long are we until the next level? A little ways. I'm like, can I just wait till... Oh. The next level is an even level, so the next level is not a feat level. Like, all levels are fighter feat levels, but he needs one of these feats because otherwise he would need cleave in order to access it. Nope, I'll probably end up respecking him between sessions then. Oh well. We're cool. It's fine. I have True Seeing on, right? I have to have True Seeing on. I cast everything on everybody. 544 damage, nice. XFX RX 6900 XT, third party ADM. ADM. Yeah, okay. Card similar to RTX 3090. Yeah, okay, cool.
The spirits demand your blood.
I am aware. And I realize it was just a typo. But, still. He stood up and we got an attack of opportunity on him and he went back down again. Or did we just trip him? What the hell did we do to him there? I don't know. In any case, let's blow him up.
Prepare yourself.
He's not coming back up because of regeneration, right? That was just his, like, I'm a fucking idiot thing. Maybe it is regeneration. Hold on, what the hell's going on here?
You won't survive me.
No. Interesting. Can I just kill him, please? Oh, he got to full health again, right? When he stands up, when he does his, like, free regeneration because I'm a mythic beast, blah, 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 he goes to full health, yeah? Why do I not see his health bar?
Endure this.
In any case, that's it. He's dead. You can finally run Star Citizen at 60 FPS. Nice. I mean, for now. Until the next time they change it.
Can't hide from me.
Leather armor of greater electricity resistance +5. That's a +5 leather armor. Doesn't look that impressive though. It looks like the default leather armor. It doesn't even have any fancy graphics. It's fine. It would be useful if I needed big ol' electricity resistance, but I think I'll be okay for now. Yeah, oh man. Having to get cleaving finish, or not regular cleaving finish back. It just feels like such a wasted feat. When you have access to the bigger versions already. It just feels wasted is what it does. So I started in the barracks. Let's just, you know, cover our ground here, I suppose. It's a big map. A Vrolokai and a Merilith. Cool.
Let's have some fun.
What is that effect? Is that my bow? It doesn't say like a save or anything. Might be my bow. Hold on. What's my bow's effect? Whenever I land the first hit in a round against an enemy more than 30 feet away, they suffer a -2 penalty to AC. Yeah, that's what that is. 1 RTX 3080 for 1150. Ugh. Gross. Well, actually, not that gross. Yeah, not that gross, because like a 1080 was $1,000. So 1100 isn't bad, and a 1080 Ti was $1,000, and then the 1080 dropped to like $800 or so, but the Ti was $1,000. So if an RTX 3080 is 1150, that's only like, you know, $150 more than what a 1080 was. And the 1080, though expensive, was, you know, at least MSRP market value. It was a price that people actually were willing to pay, so. Those are MSRP for those particular cards, yeah. That's not ridiculous. Looking at that, like, that's not crazy overpriced or anything like that. Well, I mean, no, the $1,500 and $1,600 ones are. But I guess, yeah, there's TIs out now, so yes, those are a little overpriced for just the stock reference board cards, and a regular 3080 and 1150 it is sort of a little overpriced for a reference board, I suppose, just because they are more expensive now, regardless of what the market situation is. Like, their actual intended prices are more expensive now. Hey, look, there's an incubus here too. Tim this guy.
Or else.
1 damage, I like it. Death-stealing gaze. No, you don't. No, you don't, you asshole. You will not steal any death gazes at me. Darren's just gonna move a little bit further, and I'm gonna blow up this incubus before it gets to act. And there's a significant chance that Camellia might kill both of these fools, actually.
You are today's sacrifice.
Yes. And Land got an attack of opportunity on that crit as well, and Dazzling Displayed. I like it. I'd really like to, I don't know for sure what my next playthrough of this game is going to be, but I want to play like I want to play a Brown Fur Transmuter Arcanist as my main character. And make it a Lich. Quick, run! From what? And I want that to be my Lich, I think, for the extra spellcaster levels. And I want to I want to have a natural attacker, like maybe Nenio or Volgif possibly, who's got lots of like bites and claw attacks and all that stuff. And I want to cast like 24-hour Genie kind on them and use Elemental Barrage. I think that's what I want to do for a playthrough. Ooh, what's this? That is a robe of fire. It has fire aura. Grants a +2 DC bonus to fire spells. So here's the thing, right? Technically,
We'll make
a
things
fireball
right.
is a fire spell because it has a spell descriptor fire, even if it does lightning damage, yes? But I need a spell resistance. I don't need DC on my spells, I need spell resistance. DC would be, like, I guess DC would be relevant for, like, illusion spells or something like that. For these spells, though, it's, like, against reflex, and they're either going to be like a spider and they're going to save every single time, or like a ninja and they're going to save every single time, or I'm going to get them with my DC anyway. And in any case, I'll be able to do a little bit of damage one way or the other. Oh boy, that's the ward stone. Yep, that's the ward stone. Remember, what's his face brought the ward stone here? So that's where it ended up. We never actually went touring the city after that. There's a noble here just praying to it. Holy Iomade, do not forsake Dresden in our hour of strife. I mean, they're very relaxed in this part, considering, like, there's people dying all around them. Those first two Crusaders were, like, so gung-ho to get out here and fight, but they just kind of went down. And the rest of these guys are just like, yeah, we're just chilling. Everything will be cool. We are going to go to the prison. I'm going to go up this way first, though. Why? I don't know. I just feel like it. Hello, Mr. Crusader. Uh-oh. 2 more Crusaders running off, probably to die.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Oh, unless I roll better initiative than them. I do. Don't worry, I'll save you guys. You will live today. I couldn't save the last of you, but
Go for their heart.
these 2 I will. Yeah, it's going after Camellia. I got an attack of opportunity on him. Nice. Darren, charge over this way. Just intercept anything else that shows up and get your aura on them. All right, we got a couple incubi as well. Oh, okay. Tried to Ray of Exhaustion me. Thank you very much, Incubus asshole. I can... Oh yeah, I only need to take 5 to shoot him. Okay, do that. Yeah, let's do that. $79 damage. I feel like I'm so used to hearing them say stuff when they cast spells. When kineticists shoot and they use their gather energy first, or their gather power first, and they get all like... I feel like we're missing something not hearing them. Oh god, I love so much that you can go so far and still attack now, Lan. Expeditious Retreat is so good on big heavy duty I'ma F you up guys like this. But I need you to move like fine. Here is fine, just do it.
Make every strike count.
Yep. 1132, but did not cleaving finish. What a shame.
Too late for apologies.
I mean, to be fair, the alternative to the cleaving finish spec is like the dazzling display spec, like what we have now. So we are sort of like... We have what we would have had if we didn't have cleaving finish, essentially. So that's good.
I'll cut you wide open.
We're not missing like a dramatic amount of stuff. It's just... I like being able to kill a ton of things in one round. You know what, guys? I'm rationalizing this by saying that cleaving finish is bugged anyways, and you can't actually kill as many things as you're supposed to be able to kill with it. So... Oh, 10 diamonds. Very nice. Just in case somebody happens to get KO'd. Yeah, I'm rationalizing this and saying since it's bugged anyway, we're trying a different spec. But in reality, he's going to be getting his cleaving finish back, so his improved will work for the next session, most likely. I like being able to kill entire swathes of people. And also, if the beta patch releases, hopefully cleaving finish is fixed on the beta patch, and our improved cleaving finish will actually do something. The one-eyed tiefling wipes the sweat off his foreheads. Don't be scared, lads. We'll get through this. The walls are sturdy here, and reinforcements will come. You'll see. It's been a while. Commander, the wait is over. I'm not dreaming. I can't believe it. Commander, so good to see you. We had a grand old time at your funeral feast, and we'll have an even better time at your homecoming party. Later, of course, after we fight off this scum. So Phi is still here. They evacuated the city, but Phi is still here. Guys, like, Wrath of the Righteous is over a month old now, and we are past the, like, hey, I'm just random people checking in on Wrath of the Righteous, this new game showing up for the stream. So things are going to be a little bit quieter, I imagine. We're going to have a lot less just, you know, people seeing what the game is like now. So I don't expect there to be a ton of new people showing up at this point in the playthrough. Commander, I'm glad to see you. This is Yaker. Nice. Did the Queen announce that you died? Yes, the Queen announced that we died. They had a funeral for me and everything. And we were gone for quite some time. I don't think they specified exactly how long we were gone for, but we've been gone for a good while. The Queen isn't in the city. She went to go do a preemptive strike on the demons, and then the demons attacked, and they're here in Dresden. They're not in full control of Dresden like they used to be. Like it's sort of a war zone still, but the humans, or the Crusaders, not necessarily humans, are very much involved in like kind of guerrilla warfare against them at this point. It's a shame the half measure has suffered so much damage. You call this damage? It's only a little messy. We'll fight off the demons first, and then we'll renovate the place so it's even better than it was before. Oh yeah. I'm already planning to order a new counter, and I guess I'll renovate the ceilings as well, since I'm doing all the rest. Maybe I should change the floor, too. Would be awesome if you actually did change all these things. Is Dresden the starter city, or the other city you captured? Canabris is the starter city. So Canabris was the starter city where we were all happy in our, like, you know, fancy festival and everything, and then Descari's demon forces took it over, and we freed it. And then we fought our way north to Dresden, and Dresden has been under total demonic control for the last 70 years or so. And we liberated it and made it our Crusader capital in the north. It's not actually the capital of Mendev. But in the tabletop, like it's sort of your capital in the sense that you're an elite strike force operating out of Dresden in the north. This place looks better now than it did in peaceful times. It's more useful, at least. That reminds me, I got you something. A book for you to write all your complaints down in, with a nice blank cover and everything. You can scribble down all your criticisms of how useless the place is here. At least then we won't have to listen to them. But I do have another idea. I could keep a barrel of birch rods under the counter just for you. That's more your kind of entertainment, isn't it, Yaker? Yeah, these guys, man. These guys. So Yaker was our Hell Knight buddy, yes? He was not Regil, but the other Hell Knight buddy. So the fact that he's still around is kind of nice. The fact that he's not wearing his armor is kind of, he needs to be whipped, I suppose. Time to move. Alright, so we met the One-Eyed Devil, also Yaker and Phi. I mean, this is just like total darkness here. There's like no textures rendering there at all. And like I go there with Darren, who's got a light halo, and just textures in this bottom corner just don't render. Is that the case like everywhere in the tavern? No. Hey, we can rest here again. I don't know why I would want to rest here again. We're obviously not getting a good night's sleep for it, and we're actually building up corruption resting here too. Because the rituals oh, see, textures aren't rendering here either. A scroll of true seeing communal, and this is blocked off, so we can't even go back there. That I mean, I have true seeing on all my people already, but if they're gonna give us a scroll of true seeing communal, that indicates to me that they probably want us to use true seeing for something. Okay. What's next? Back to the prison? Yeah, if we loop back down this way, we can hit the prison, and that'll be okay. Who else did we have? Hiller is in the dungeons. The storyteller went to my former study, so he's going to be in the Citadel. And then I need to strike the Bell of Mercy, which is... Where is the Bell of Mercy again? Did we put it in the Citadel? Where the hell did we put the Bell of Mercy? I don't know. I don't remember where we put the Bell of Mercy. Hopefully we'll just come across it. In any case, we're going back to the prison is what we're doing now.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Demons. How's my initiative? Not bad, but I'm actually really far away. I was not in formation for this. Hey, Mr. Incubus Butcher, can you just die? Die for me, die for me, die for me, oh ho ho. Camellia might be able to charge, but I'm also afraid the charge bug will happen, so I'm actually just going to run her in here. I just want her to soak up attacks from these guys. I don't want the Crusaders to die if they don't have to.
You are today's sacrifice.
Ooh, 2 more Incubi as well. Cool. I'm down with it. Ugh. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, bro. I'm afraid you might be having a rough time, though.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Gods damn it. Lan is just nuts. Over 1,000 again, and he is successfully intimidating everybody. Like, he just intimidated everything else that's here. So, it's flat-footed AC for all of us now.
I'll hit you.
It would just be nice if he killed all of them with a cleaving finish, right? I got no charges. I got a charge here. I'll take it. Miss. Of course. We gotta be a little bit more careful with Darren now. He's not really as capable of a tank as he used to be. And he's really, really a buff bot and a, hey, I'm here to... I have Death Ward. That's not me negative levels. That was the Crusader. He's a buff bot and he's here to resurrect us if necessary.
Make your peace.
82 damage, nice. Like I always say, 82 damage is good, guys. It is, trust me. And then I do 202 and another 33 in splash damage.
Go for their heart.
Yeah, the fully buffed party is not having too difficult of a time dealing with these guys.
You won't survive me.
Only 283 damage that time. Oh, I can't wait to get him his cleaving finish back. So there is corruption reduction here, which is cool. What is it? The body of a fallen crusader who heroically sacrificed his life for Galarian. But I don't need corruption reduction at the moment, so I'm not going to use it. Prison it is. Yeah, we were getting lots of new people for a while there. You know, like when we had like 30-something people here, enjoying the new game and all that kind of stuff a few weeks ago, and I don't expect us to get anywhere near that many people now that it's basically an old game. Like, this is an ancient game now, guys. It's like over a month old. Nobody's gonna play it anymore. Commander, you've risen from the dead after all, and not a minute too soon. I suppose that means I owe a heavy of money now. I've never been so happy to lose a bet in my entire life. This is the Pathfinder Guildmaster. So he's actually kind of neutral. Like, remember, there was a Pathfinder Guildmaster down in the Abyss, and the demons are, like, totally fine with Pathfinders down there. So just having a Pathfinder Guildmaster here would have made perfect sense. Commander, I knew it! I prayed for your return, and it happened. Erasteel be praised! Oh, Kiado. This is the rookie cleric who ended up being deceived by Baphomet cultists, and they started using his temple. You bet I wouldn't come back. Why? Truth be told, Commander, I'm a practical man, and I never count on miracles. That doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you. On the contrary, I suppose a miracle you don't expect brings you the most joy, especially if it saves you from certain death. I mean, yes, a miracle that's already been pronounced dead and buried and had a funeral for makes perfect sense. But I had faith. I prayed every day, and I ask everyone to pray with me, even those who don't worship Erasteel. And look, it worked. We're the prisoners. The Queen ordered some to be executed, and that the ones who weren't rotten to the core to be given a second chance. Now they serve the Queen and the condemned, atoning for their mistakes, so to speak. Yeah, where's Staunton's body? Is it still in the back corner? The Queen is very kind. She listened to everyone, and said that not all people are bad. Some just make bad choices. Oh my god, Kiado. And those who made bad choices can be forgiven. And she really forgave those who did not persist in their sins. Yeah. Those who made bad choices, you don't say. Time to move. Right you are, Commander. Where is the bell, though? Watch, it'll be in the Citadel. I should have paid attention to where the bell was. I probably even saw it at some point. This is where Staunton was. And I note his body is not currently here. Huh. Oh, I didn't keep his body in this playthrough. Never mind. That makes sense. I probably buried it, right? Or burned it or something. I probably did something with his body. Did we patch up, like, the way out of here? That's nice. Nothing else in this dungeon this time, just Hiller.
Can't hide from me.
The Pathfinder Venture Captain died fighting sword in hand. Really? Okay. And what's our quest look like? Strike the Bell of Mercy and talk to the storyteller. Okay. So we gotta head towards the Citadel, guys. I guess we're gonna find out what Hal is. Do we want to go just up the main route? We might as well, right? I guess we could go up this, we could go up this path if we wanted to. Yeah, sure. We're already here. Let's do it. There might be some bad guys. I want to clear this city out anyway. Ooh, I hear demons. This is interesting. Looks like a couple Crusaders brought down a demon. Has a really big sword stuck into the ground. And this path was blocked off. On the bright side, I don't have to like go up on the walls and kill giants and all that crap this time. But on the downside, Dresden is a very big map, and it feels very empty now. Like, it feels like a lot of wasted map the way it is right now. And I know they give you these barriers and stuff to say, don't go this way, it's not relevant to this, you only need to do this part right now. But I mean, Dresden just feels like a very big, overwhelming map that has nothing on it right now. These guys are going to run into battle.
Another obstacle.
I'll save you, don't worry. Do not fret.
Wide open.
Oh god, yes, 560 damage critical. Unlike those first two Crusaders, I can keep the others alive. Unless they do something stupid like that. Oh, you assholes.
Endure this.
Yeah, he killed a Crusader. Just like one-shot vaporized him. Splattered into little giblets on the ground.
I will resist.
I like True Sight. I like it a lot. Darren, you just stick back here. I think this Crusader is going to live. I think I'm going to have enough people acting before this Crusader does anything. But this is a mythic, so he is going to go down and come back up again. So
The spirits demand your blood.
he didn't come back up again. Never mind. I thought he's a mythic. I was pretty sure he was just going to come back up again. All right. Sadly, once again, we can't loot all of the swords off the Merilith. Ooh. Wand of Greater Invisibility. 14 charges. As a what level wizard? Caster level 7. Yeah, that's not the greatest in the world. What the hell? Turn that off. That is not the greatest for Greater Invisibility. I haven't been using Greater Invisibility, and I really should. It's a really good spell. I should meta magic it to extend it. But that means I need to get somebody with extend meta magic. Greater Quicken meta magic rod. I mean, okay. Meta magic rods are nice. I just don't like to rely on meta magic rods. I prefer to have the actual meta magic available, like the real stuff. The rods are temporary after all, unless you're a trickster and you have use magic device. Hi, Hal. Hi. A familiar red-haired healer brushes some ash from his sleeves and shakes his head as he inspects a pile of charred demon corpses. They were too stubborn to retreat. Their determination could have helped them in life, but instead, it has only led to their untimely deaths. I regret having to kill them. You're the gold dragon, aren't you? What are you doing here? I debated for a long time whether or not to interfere in Dresden's affairs. However, the world of loyal warriors who remained behind to defend the fortress touched my heart. The words. I was persuaded to get involved, and none too soon, it seems. Yeah, this is Haliciliax, the gold dragon. What happened to the cultists I spared? Remember the one up on his peak there that basically told us flat out, I'm not going to change, you know, and I still let him go? I heard that he became a healer. I do not know if he still worships Baphomet, but even if he does, I'm certain he'll bring more good into the world than evil. You should be proud of yourself. You chose to spare him. Thanks to your decision, the world now has another caretaker of the afflicted. Will you come with me? You are not leading a large force against the demons, and that leads me to believe that you do not want to attract attention, and a gold dragon entering the fray is something that attracts a good deal of attention. Trust me. Furthermore, I wish to see for myself what you have achieved over the years. Over the years? Excuse me? I want to observe how the dragon spirit manifests within you. It's been years? Farewell, Commander. This will be a difficult fight, but if you look within yourself, you'll find that your spirit, the spirit of a dragon, cannot be defeated. If you feel the desire to follow Terendala's example, come and meet me in Dresden after the battle. And if you do not, well then, this will be our last meeting. So yes, you can become a gold dragon, like an actual gold dragon. That is one of the late game mythic paths, but we're not going to do that.
I will fight.
Hey, Mr. Baylor. I have fire resistance and fire protection on.
You are today's sacrifice.
I ain't afraid no Baylor. And Arushale has Ascendant Element. So, when we were in the Storyteller's Tower in Illusionera, there was 2 golems at the top of the stairs. And Arushale tried to shoot them, and it failed. And I was like, we have Ascendant Element Fire, why is this failing? The reason is because golems... Let's look at Marshall. Golems have spell resistance, And I had enough spell resistance to overcome their spell resistance, but golems have an ability where, like, that they just, if you hit their spell resistance, that's it. It's totally done. Like, it didn't even make it through to energy resistances. It failed at spell resistance. Even though we had enough spell resistance to overcome that. And this is an illustration of one of the things I absolutely despise about this system. I love this system so much. And I love its implementation in the video game. Because, you know, you can actually play it without having to spend hours and hours and hours pulling your hair out over, you know, what's happening in the encounter. Because the game takes care of it all for you. But I absolutely hate things like canny defense. The Sword Saints canny defense, and then the Duelist has an ability called canny defense. They both let you add 1 point of your intelligence modifier to per level that you get access to the ability from to your armor class. And the same, like, you know, if you're caught flat-footed, it's denied and all that kind of stuff. But they are different abilities. Even though they have the same name and they have the same basic function, although the Duelist one is a little different technically, they are different abilities. And I totally accept that. I am on board with that. I believe they should be different abilities. I believe somebody who's, you know, messed in the head enough to combine Magus with Duelist classes should be benefiting from both of them. Absolutely, 100%. I'm on board with that. And the errata supports that, and all of the discussions over the years and years and years with the pen and paper system and all that supports that as well. What I hate about it is that they still have the same name. Change the effing name of one of them. Make it different. Make it a different name. So that there's no ambiguity there. And this illustrates the same thing. I hate that spell resistance is called spell resistance. And then Ascendant Element says, the damage of that energy type you deal can no longer be prevented or reduced by resistances or immunities. Period. If it has the keyword resistances or the keyword immunities, it cannot be prevented or reduced. But what they really mean is these resistances and immunities. They don't mean spell resistance. Spell resistance, even though it uses the word resistance, is not a resistance. It is some other mechanic. And I get that. I understand that. I accept that. And I fully support that. I just think that they should not have the same names. Anyway, like, I think this should be like spell shielding or something. And these are your resistances. And you have to pierce the shielding or something like that. I think they need to be more clear about the way they express these things. In any case, I can do fire damage to this guy is what I'm trying to say. 71, nice. That's 71 barely registers on his HP bar. Oh boy. But you know what does? 542. That registers a little bit more. 1.
Surrender or else.
1. Well, he killed himself against us. But he didn't kill himself against us. I evaded the effect of Abyssal Storm. Lifebane, Profane him, Abyssal Storm. And we give no shits. Like, he's dead now. Land's gonna F him up. Big ol' fire explosion. We're okay. 18,000 experience. That was over 1,000 damage again. From Lan.
Meditate on your mistakes.
No. I'm trying to loot you. Just a longsword plus 1. That's all he had. Longsword plus 1. We'll do a quick channel there. Let's scout out this way. Is there a demon here too? No. There's just a Baylor standing right next to a gold effing dragon for no reason at all. Alright. I guess Let's go in towards the Citadel. This is where the Midnight Fane was. It's all patched up now, apparently. You know, we fought, and it's been dealt with, and everything is better now. No more demons in the courtyard? Are you kidding me? There's not actually that many demons in this city. I don't understand why these guys had trouble fighting this back. Alright, let's go to the Citadel then. Hey, we just go straight up to our rooms. Awesome. Storyteller! Are you in our room or are you in the command room, so to speak? I imagine you're in here. Negative. Also, I can't go into my wardrobe. That's unfortunate. Hey, hide of a magical creature. I had a hide of a magical creature in my room this whole time. Man, I wish I knew that. I could have used it. There he is.
Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. That sound never stopped for a second.
You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf, always finding yourself in the most dangerous spots, but I'm still glad to see you. Although you've been safely tucked away, you'd be safer tucked up under a fire somewhere. How have you been the past 6 months?
The Queen showed us nothing but respect and fair treatment. After she decided to proceed with the crusade, many of us chose to stay with the unit ordered to protect the Wardstone until your return. It was an easier decision for me than the others. I had encountered you in the Abyss, and I knew you were alive. But not everyone believed me. And then yesterday I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and suddenly I saw the future. Not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future. The future of the person who first brought that page to me. In my vision, you returned from the Abyss marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble. People and demons dropped to their knees, and Iomade herself extended you a helping hand. But the only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my visions. So I hurried to the Citadel to lay my hands on some of Queen Galfrey's possessions, and try to discern where she went, and where your banner is now.
Yeah, okay. The storyteller totally came here to lay his hands on her possessions to find out where she went. He's not an underwear thief. This is not an anime. He wasn't trying to peek at people in the hot springs using, like, blind sight or something like that since he's blind. Do you know where she went?
It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past, as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after another, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger at the crossroads of her fate, and every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled on me. I touched the goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march for Iz, a bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding.
My, that was indeed a bold move coming from my dear cousin. No doubt about it, as bold as stepping into a volcano. Ugh, gross. Is. Time for the final battle for Dresden.
Yes, your arrival has changed everything. Attacked by 2 armies, we felt like a dilapidated palisade on the verge of being swept away by a giant wave. But with your return, we have become an indestructible wall that will withstand any blow. There's one more thing. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I am convinced that the Queen could sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there is one thing I know for certain. Queen Galfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Rumble, 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 rumble.
We didn't ring the bell. Oh no, there are too many of them. It's useless. We're done for. Don't fall back. Hold the line. This is where we get to commit to being a track star now, guys. Like, just check it. Check out how we're gonna defeat these demons. Orangofta. Here comes the commander, kids. So, commander, do you like what you see? You've arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what's happened to them. Do you actually think you can rescue them? Who do you think you are? And upon Avicius, you shouldn't have angered our master, mortal. He will take away everything you have, your mind and your flesh included. You belong to him now. Who sent you here? We all serve our master Baphomet, Lord of the Labyrinth. He promised us Dresden and your skin as a doormat. You'll only get Dresden, Orangofta. The skin is mine and mine only. He will look splendid in my chambers in the ineluctable prison. I'll do what that idiot Minago failed to accomplish. I'll destroy the Wardstone as you watch, little commander, and then I'll admire the despair frozen on your face forever. Uh-huh. I'll rescue my friends. Oh, rescue my friends? And how exactly will you do that, you pathetic Galarian maggot? What can you do on your own without your army? Yell inspirational speeches? Oh no, I'm scared. And then all the pathetic defenders of Dresden will be inspired to turn into an invincible force. Yes, that's usually how it goes in fairy tales. Oh, but you don't even know. I am not the defender of Dresden here today. The Queen of Mendev ran off with her crusaders to do all kinds of other things, but the Queen of Mendev is not the only monarch in town. No. We'll wipe your army out and you along with it, but I won't kill everyone. I'll lock you in a cage, then start torturing your friends. Once I'm done with them, they'll come and spit in your face. They'll tell you themselves what torment you doomed them to. It's time to end this mortal. He has nothing to surprise us with. No. The Queen is not the only monarch in town. I made sure that there was another monarch here. A higher king. The highest king in all the lands. And guess what? He happens to be here. Yeah, we could take the legend mythic path, guys. We could commit to being a legend now. The thing about a legend is you get maximum level 40, and you get a crap ton of levels. Because your experience to level up is a lot lower. So you end up with a shit ton of levels, and you can go up to level 40, which is nuts. It is legit nuts. Some provisos, some caveats, some quid pro quos. You can't take, like, 20 levels in Sorcerer, 10 levels in Arcane Trickster, and 9 levels in Eldritch Knight, and have, like, level 40 or level 39. I guess that'd be level 38 caster level. You can't do that. You can only go to caster level 20 as a legend in any particular caster type. But you can get up to 40 levels with it. But no. Oh, we could also take the Dargon mythic path now too. But the Trackstar mythic path. Follow our instincts. Oh, I am nobody, just a scrawny mortal. I couldn't even dream of competing with a tower of might and authority such as yourself. But you know, you'd better flee. The king of Dresden is on his way here, and he's not someone you want to mess with. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There is another monarch in these parts besides the queen. What is this rubbish you're mumbling about? What king? If you mean your waste of a queen, she won't help. Forget about her. She's gone and she won't be coming back. Her corpse is already... Hey, what's that noise? Daberdine, our drunk friend. Onward, my army, my knights, my valorous hawks, my proud stags, my saber-toothed smilodons. Thrash this scum. Kick them out of my capital. He's here riding a giant boar. Hail to the king! Bottoms up, demons down! It's the Drunks Crusade, ladies and gentlemen. This is your entire army? A bunch of drunkards? That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Look at them swaying. Listen to them singing. I can't take it. My sides. And he falls over, laughing. That king, yes. And he laughs so hard, he explodes. We just told a Monty Python joke to him, guys. God, it feels good to be a track star. And the inheritor herself. An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It is broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seem to come from far away, everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breath, a lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestone of Dresden.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
No one thought to break that stained glass? I guess not. In the, the stained glass that is dedicated to Iomade 100 years ago, in the 70 years that the demons ruled Dresden, nobody thought to break it. And then we brought it back, and then in this entire battle, nobody thought to break it again. Like, nope. I greet you, Light of the Sword. Gods don't descend on our... See, the thing about this is, in the pen and paper, if you aren't, like, wholly irreverent to Iomade and treat her like she's, like, this god of gods kind of thing, she gets very pissy at you. I imagine she's probably going to get very pissy at us as well, since the her hand didn't very much appreciate me. Oh, wow, look, everyone, it's a goddess. I'm not going to make an obscene... should I make an obscene gesture? No. Oh, wow, look, everyone, it's a goddess.
Indeed it is. I suppose you're asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone.
No, I've been involved with it this entire time, interfering in it.
And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands.
We didn't build it in a swamp. That's why it still stands.
The power that lives in you is alluring, unhinged, and can break the laws of reality itself. It is dangerous.
Well, too bad.
You have secured another victory. But in exchange, you have let your followers fall into the grip of insanity. Is this truly your path? Do you really hope to prevail over chaos with more chaos?
Indeed.
But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Dascari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness.
Nah, man.
But that is not
She's my ally.
only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times.
I mean, if justice is your main concern, you probably don't want to hail me too much. I'm not really all about justice. I'm kind of all about, like rainbow-colored ponies and unicorns. Yeah.
At the same time,
I think that's what I'm
grieve
into.
for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
I've achieved more in my crusade than all the other crusaders achieved in 100 years, so if you think you're going to criticize me for using my power, think again. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Nocticula has killed more demon lords and given them the final death than all of the crusader gods combined. So, frankly, she is the divine authority behind these crusades as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not really that concerned with you, Iomade. You and your cult. Did you know you have a cult? You must. You're the cult leader, right? The Hand was, like part of your leadership crew, but you're the actual cult leader, yeah? What's the real reason?
My reasons are as I have told you. I am no demon. I do not lie and cheat. Of that sin I am most certainly innocent.
To be fair, yes, she is kind of lawful good and all that kind of stuff, but more lawful than good.
In that moment,
And that's dangerous.
when my poor Herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Illusionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Hey, Our Lady in Shadow, and Mommy Vorlesh is here too. Oh, an ice-cold rage in her eyes. Mommy Rilu, why the rage?
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Galarian. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
Yeah, I mean, if the gods are manifesting themselves, that's a big, big deal. A demon lord manifesting themselves is one thing. A demon lord is an actual corporeal being. They are not a divinity. They are just like, along with like ancient dragons, like the next closest thing to a divinity. Whereas an actual divinity manifesting itself here is like, oh my goodness.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte.
Check out her
After all,
wings.
the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
Goddess, can you banish this spawn of the Abyss? Or destroy them entirely? No! This party's really getting started now. Who'll be next to arrive? Kate and Kayleen, perhaps?
The two of us will be more than enough. Listen to what I have to tell you. If she wishes to be present for this conversation, so much the better.
Very well, I will listen to you and then immediately turn you down and side with Nocticula here, because...
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the world wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
I mean, if they're fun, I'm okay with the truth as long as it's fun. Can you make it
The
fun?
goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Damn.
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon? which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
See, this is just another example of why it's like, yes, we're totally team Nocticula here, because this is the absolute appropriate thing. Actually, it's almost the absolute appropriate thing. She really should have cut Arilu off earlier. Like, after the first 3 or 4 words, she should have silenced her and then, you know, supported her. But no, she let her finish, which means she wanted her to say everything that she said. And then she followed up with a silence, which is the correct thing in this situation. You are the demon lord. You are in the position where you screen for your demon. And you're the person who stands up and speaks. But you let her get her point across as well, which is just absolutely brilliant. So yes, we're totally on board with Nocticula here. She's the best manager that there is so far.
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste.
Iomede's a
not?
megalomaniac.
You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the world wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
I mean, I assumed that from the beginning. Like, I just assumed that this was a death sentence right from the start. It's like we're one of the firefighters at Chernobyl, and that's, you know, just our fate. Like, if we're not playing the Ascension long game, I have assumed from the... which we're not. We're not playing the Ascension ending in this particular playthrough. Then the assumption from the beginning is, yes, we're dying as part of this. Like, that's just the way
true.
it is.
I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch 2 planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
In other words, I'll die if I don't close the wound, and I'll die if I do close it. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't need to know why she hid this from me. What if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it means closing the world wound? I don't know if I want to close it necessarily, though. No, I'm not going to ask the god. I'm not going to become part of the goddess's cult. Excuse me? Well, now, I'm finally starting to understand the rules of this game.
The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise.
Sadly, I did not get one from
The branches of the Tree of
Baphomet.
Sin are vast
I wanted to
and
shoot him with that...
verdant,
Oh my god,
but
Lan,
its
it's just
only
too
fruit
good.
is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
I was legit going to shoot Baphomet that turn. Like, the fight started, and I shot by accident without using the Midnight Bolt, and I was like, ah, shit, okay, fine. Next turn, we're shooting him. And then Lan walks up and one-shots him. Just like, 1,000 damage, one-shot Baphomet. Bye-bye, sir. Go to hell. After you, sir. And, it's done. Like, Lan too good. Lan OP.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet.
When he has a million buffs
Few
on him.
secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait. Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
Check out the wound above her heart. Why are you doing all that? That's not the question she wants. I received my wound because you, Arilu, implanted the essence of the Abyss in my soul when you expanded the world wound. My question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when you first opened the world wound? Or I could go, your wound. Oh, I have to use my own. I have to use my own for this. Did I pass this Arcana check on my own? I don't have no Arcana on my own.
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has 2 keys.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Rilu, my love, come over here.
Oh god, I want some fanfic of this. I want some fanfic complete with art of this now. Yeah, nope. I'm just gonna bamf out of there. Never mind.
Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt.
Don't worry, I'm still here.
But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Of course it will.
Yes.
Because I have to do all the work
will
around
pay
here.
for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal and become a legend among mortals.
So if you want to reject the profane gift and reject Nocticula's stuff here, you can attempt to. You do have to pass a very difficult, I think it's like a DC 40 something wisdom saving throw in order to do so. Because Nocticula has worked her way into us with her gift. However, I'm not going to do that because I'm totally on board with her.
She's talking rubbish.
It's ride or die,
True,
Team
we gave you the
Nocticula.
power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
Before I make my decision, I want to ask my companions for advice. What do you all think?
After I rejected my demonic past, I lost some of my previous abilities. It was difficult, but I coped with it. You are stronger than me, so there's no way that you won't get through this. Cast off the power of the Abyss and follow your own path.
So, Arushale wants us to cast off the power of the Abyss and not be a trickster anymore. So basically, she wants us to become a legend. Her legend. But she's not, like, down set against it. This is just advice.
Don't even try to tell me that you are seriously considering rejecting your power. Power grants you the freedom to do whatever you wish. And you are prepared to simply toss it aside to become a nobody?
No, I just wanted to hear what you had to say about it. I wanted to hear your fiery words of passion, dearest Camellia.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
I would appreciate your help, Ember. I think I'm going to hold on to my power, but I would love if you could help me with Nocticula, because we have to make her a goddess. And I need your help to achieve that.
As a cave monster who's going to grow old and die in about 10 years' time, I can tell you this. There's no power in the world that's worth selling yourself out to the Abyss for. Being the invincible companion of the magical commander was fun and all, but we don't need it. It doesn't really matter how much magic they've heaped on you. You're the commander because you have the heart and mind of a true commander. Screw your power. Don't betray yourself. That way, we'll win.
I don't see any reason for deliberation. Your power is chaotic and capricious, and it originates from a demonic source. I doubt you can even control it. Heed the words of the goddess. Reject it. And then we will hunt down the real Vorlesh and deliver the punishment she deserves.
Maybe in another playthrough, Regil. I kind of like a playthrough where we're best buds with Regil. And maybe we'll become a legend in that playthrough, but not this one.
Iomade has spoken. What more is there to say? If there's a way to get rid of this demonic filth, do it.
Sela! Spoken like a true cultist of Iomade.
I do not think the source of your power really matters. What matters is how you use it.
So, Sela, man of very few words, and thank goodness, because I don't appreciate your words.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen.
Excellent.
As for your question, by all means, tell her to go to the abyss. The power is yours, and yours alone.
I hate it when they corner you and demand answers out of you. But fine, I'll tell you what I think. With you, I've always had my freedom, Chief, so I'll speak freely. Be who you are, and don't count on gifts from nobody. You gave me the same advice back in Alishanira, remember? And I've never regretted following it. Maybe you won't have the powers you had before, but do you really need somebody's permission to do what you want to do? That's what it's all about.
In another situation, I would have said this was all nonsense. But when we started working together, you were an extravagant and artistic person, but now your powers are influencing you more and more. You're losing your sanity.
Nice.
And I'm afraid it won't be long before you turn into a raving lunatic who goes around swearing that the moon is made of cheese.
But it is, Greybor, it is. I like how almost everybody is like, yeah, turn it down, except for the batshit evil people. Also, Nenio is probably going to say keep it, because she wants to experiment, right?
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by a real Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I've made my decision.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
I don't think I actually get a choice, do I? Because I rejected all the other stuff. But maybe I get the second chance at them. I do get the second chance at them. So we can become a legend. If we were to become a legend, we lose everything except for Mythic Rank 1 and 2. We keep Mythic Rank 1 and 2. So we keep 1 Mythic ability and 1 Mythic feat. Which means you can use the Mythic ability in order to get extended spells or enduring spells, and then the Mythic feat to get a second ability to get enduring spells again. So we can have 24-hour spells as a legend. It is still possible. However, we only get those 2 levels, and that's it. That's all you get as a legend, and your companions don't get any mythic powers as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure they're SOL as far as that goes, but maybe they get the first 2 as well. I don't recall. But what we get in exchange is a level cap of 40, and we'd probably be like level 37 or 38 right now. So we have a ton of leveling up to do, with all the benefits that come from that and all that kind of cool stuff, as well as a bunch of other things. You know, you get some other stuff for being a legend too. For being a gold dragon, a gold dargon, I mean, we'd be a dragon. A dragon is awesome. But no, we are going to commit to the Trackstar path, ladies and gentlemen. We are 100% a Trackstar in this playthrough. We're a rowdy rogue. We want the Trackstar. It has so many extra sneak attacks that allow you to go beyond the sneak attack cap. Like, these sneak attacks let you go beyond the half your level rounded up sneak attack cap. Not to mention, lots of mythic stuff is good for this playthrough. We're not going to get our second greater until the game ends, basically, but we do get a level 2 mythic trick now. So I have Mythic Sneak Attacker and Improved Critical Longbow. I have Vital Strike. Yeah, okay, it's over here. I think I said this the last time, too. because it's in the weird position. It's not over here. So, Deadly Aim Mythic is cool. Extra damage. That's kind of nice and all, but it's not an end-all be-all. I think this is Weapon Focus Mythic because I have access to greater Weapon Focus now as a rogue. And getting the extra bonus is probably really, really nice for me. Point Blank Shot is also really good. It's a damage and aim bonus, but only when we're close to the target. And Skill Focus is pretty sweet as well. No, I think this is just going to be a Weapon Focus Mythic for the longbow for us. And for these abilities, I get a rank 1 and a rank 2 ability now. What's the rank 2 ability that I want, guys? So we've got Athletics 1, Infuse Magic Device. That could be cool if I want to use wands. Nature, Religion, Mobility. I don't think I want Mobility. I don't have Persuasion. Here's the thing. This is really good, but I don't actually have any Persuasion. I didn't take it as a skill. What if I take the feat that gives me the human feat that gives me an extra skill point for every level, next level, and then I take Persuasion and I try and coup de grace everybody? You know what? I'm going to take Persuasion. Screw this. So for rank 2, we could take Persuasion. You are so good at demoralizing your enemies that they lose the will to fight completely. Enemies affected by your demoralize ability must succeed a will saving throw with a DC of 10 plus your ranks in Persuasion, or become paralyzed and completely helpless. They may make another saving throw against this condition every round. Stealth 2 gives us greater invisibility, which is just nice. And Arcana 2 allows me to get another minor effect on every magic item we get. Screw it. I don't have any Persuasion at all, but we're going to take Persuasion 2, just because like enemies self-coup de grace themselves is just awesome. Yeah, okay, we'll do some Hideous Laughter. Why not? And some Hold Persons. I'm not going to use any of these anyway. Shadow Conjuration. Shadow Evocation. And then 2 spells at this level. Ooh. I don't want to take Cat's Grace and Eagle Splendor because I have a brown furry transmuter. And they get better spells. So I guess this is Phantasmal Putrefaction and Umbral Strike for now. What else did we pick up? We got Summon Wild Hunt Monarch. Very cool. So I can summon almost the entire Wild Hunt now. We also get Summon Perpetually Annoyed Wizard. Yes, we finally get Perpetually Annoyed Wizard. Basically, we can summon Gandalf, and he attacks everybody, including us, with like lightning bolts and shit. He's actually kind of tough. We get a Recreational Pit. You create an extra dimensional comfy hole with a depth of 10 feet per 2 caster levels, and a trampoline at the bottom. Since it extends into another dimension, it has no weight. Nice. Also, Charm Whatever. We got Charm Whatever. And Summon Elder Beer Elemental. You can't really expect me to cut this grand caper short. This close to the big finale?
Your pride will destroy you, and perhaps all of Golarion with you. But I shall not intervene now, so as to avoid causing even more suffering to this world. Farewell.
Once again, Iomade proving how absolutely ineffective she is. You know, like, oh, all this bad stuff is going to happen, but I'm not going to do any. Meanwhile, Nocticula is literally killing demon lords and delivering the last death to them. Her entire history has been spent killing demon lords.
Sometimes it seems to me that the real dupes in all this are your companions. We make ourselves the butt of your every joke because we keep following you, marching merrily right into the embrace of madness.
Guys.
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So many victories, so many achievements lie ahead for you. Well, go now. Capture Arilu, and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.
Guys. Ooh. Nice. We can work towards our transformation now. And we could become the actual Trickster and pick up the new portrait and everything. I didn't strike the Bell of Mercy. Too bad, I suppose. I don't know what the consequences of that are going to be necessarily. Exciting, though. We are officially starting Act 5 now. That was sort of like the precursor to Act 5, the introduction to Act 5. We were in Act 5, so to speak, but now we are officially, like, proper into Act 5. Here's to you, and to the king, and to Dresden. I knew you'd be back, and it'd all be like old times again. But even better. Yes, to the king. Absolutely, the king should totally be on my advisory councils. It's a shame Irabeth couldn't be here. She's always so serious. A little bit of good news would do her good. Are your wits a little less sharp than usual? No, what's on your head? These? They're ears. Oh my god, Anevia. I mean, this is exactly what I just encouraged out there, so awesome. Is there a sober soul left in the city? Sober? Probably not. Why'd you want him to be? No. My wits? Not a chance. My responses are just a little slow. My wits are as ras as razor and shazararp as ever. Let's get back to work. We haven't won this war yet. Right you are. Let's get to work. You've got a lot on your plate, no doubt about it. You've got problems to deal with and demons to kill. And so much beer left to drink. How are you going to manage all that in time? I suppose a report from me would be a good place to start, so what do you want to know? So yes, we've embraced the trickster in us, so our advisors are all drunk. Summon perpetually drunk advisors. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word on her from since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking A's even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know, and I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere. The Ivory Labyrinth, I'd bet. Again? And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I'd care to admit before we figured out that they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get into one of those portals in time. You could be ready for him somehow, and when one opens you can get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. Yeah. How do you feel after seeing the goddess? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. Where can we find Arilu? She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that the avenue is closed to her, Nocticula and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the Wound. Some nasty little place like Iz, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. She might have gone as far as Threshold. I also want to check out her laboratory, since she has a laboratory here. An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahindrian crystals is being sent here. Do you know anything about Mutasafin? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there. Okay. Thanks for the report. I mean, just like Act 3 when she was like, hey, there's like these 15 quests you need to take care of. Also, by the way, Commander, there's a fucking dragon messing with us. You know, same report, different shit to deal with. The demons might as well pack up their stuff now and run back to the abyss instead of waiting for you to boot them out all the way home. You're having cozy chit-chats with goddesses, I mean. Come on. I mean, more demon lords than goddesses. But you know, it'll be kind of boring if you heard all the fun yourself. Word of your return already got out. More and more folks are flocking to Dresden. So when you're ready, throw your big bye-bye bash for the demon scum. Make sure you come back here first. Your army will be waiting. You won't forget about us, will ya? I'd hate to miss a good party. So is my army actually like just totally set? Also, the new patch, guys. You can command your army from here. You don't have to leave. You can command the army from the, like, Crusade management screen. Finally. And you know, Erebeth wouldn't want to miss out on all the fun either. She's somewhere out there, at the front, smashing demons like it's going out of style. Find her for me, will ya? Tell her there's a barrel of top-notch beer waiting for her here, so she better hurry on back. And well, keep an eye on her. She'll rush right into the thick of things without a second thought. But I know she'll be safe with you at her side. Oh no! No, Anevia! Okay. You can raise your own death flag. There's really common ways to raise your own death flag. You could be like, I'm going to take my loved one, whoever it is, to the carnival next Saturday, right before going into battle. That's like, oh my god, death flag number 1. Or talking about, you know, this thing that you're gonna do once the war is over with your loved one, and how you're gonna like get married or something and build a house with a white picket fence or some garbage like that. Death flag, death flag, death flag. Oh my god. But other people can raise death flags for you as well, and Anevia is totally raising an Erebeth death flag right now. Are we gonna lose our low-spirited green little paladin buddy? I'm concerned for her. I'm concerned for Beth now. Deal with the bladesmith, yes. Lord, I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Aritu Vorlish and Nocticula has caused discontent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignment and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the orders and the Crusaders. There is a matter of importance. Okay. What kind of reaction should I expect? Any, up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. But I like me my Hell Knights. I don't want to lose my Hell Knights. Just because I'm a ridiculously chaotic being that wants to make a joke out of everything, and that's like literally against everything that they stand for. Very well, I'll go as soon as possible. Excellent. That is all I had to report, so I will return to my duties, and you may attend to your other affairs. Leotar! Okay, I've been waiting for Leotar. Leotar Hawkblade, Commander. I am sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It is a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so. But before that happens, we must address another issue. Obviously, and a very important issue. I remember. I suppose you've already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arende's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity which I call the Other. I retreated to Neurosian, and then went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mention of such entities and ways to fight them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. See you later, Jack. So why did you search so long? Because we're dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. The Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but here we are against something completely different. I had to travel through our archives searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to friendly temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. I was dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. So what have you learned about the Other? I must be honest. I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. Damn. The most curious part is that all these cases appear most sequential. They happen in various corners of Galarian, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Varetian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider that this is a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I'll need your assistance, Commander. What do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual, and then bring Count Arende to the designated location. The ritual will lure out the other, weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the other can travel freely between the material plane and some unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the other with the ritual, it will either escape or, in the worst-case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence, we must lure it out, and then I suppose defeat it. There is one more issue. Aside from the fact that we'll have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature, the other's suspicions must not be aroused until the very last moment, and this means the Count must know nothing as well. The best course of action would be to take the Count to the designated location without telling him the reason for the journey. Then, we must frighten him and make it appear that his life is in danger. The other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, it will show up to protect it. The ritual circle won't work as a trap. Will work as a trap. But it is crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence. That it is Darren who is in danger, not the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give our adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. The Count has been in danger many times. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic powers with them, and they journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this. I also must understand how dangerous it would be if you were to become not a benefactor, but an enemy to its gateway. I am certain that it will react to a threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. So I'm gonna threaten Darren's life. Damn, sir, damn. Can't I just slam the gateway shut? I'll help you. Thank you. Now, let's go over the entire operation once more. I am convinced that we must lure the other somewhere far from Dresden and other populated places to avoid civilian casualties. I have chosen a suitable location within the World Wound. I'll mark it on your map. You must bring the Count there without alerting him as to what's about to happen. I assume that another foyer into the World Wound will hardly raise his suspicions. I doubt it. I think we're probably okay in that regard, sir. I will await you there, with the ritual circle prepared. But before we reach the crucial moment, you must make the Count and the other believe that the Count is in danger. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to tell him that you made a deal with the Mendev Inquisition, and the Count will have to face punishment for his crimes, real or imaginary. I'll find a way to intimidate him, but you must play along. We need to provoke the other to come out and protect its gateway. That's when we finish it off once and for all. But, it's my Darren. This case will be my greatest triumph or my greatest failure, but I firmly believe that it must be done. Remember my words. The other must be convinced that we are not a threat to the... Not a threat to the Count. The other must be convinced that we are not a threat to the Count, and that we know nothing of its existence. The slightest suspicion could prove fatal to us. Until we meet again, Commander, and may the gods be with us. You just told me that it has to suspect that we are a threat to the Count, but obviously not until, you want it to be. Lathamus. Commander, it's Themis. I won't be maintain spell for long. Open the door. Treasure room. Please hurry. This was the antiquarian, the scholar we helped some time ago. Okay. What door? The door. To the dragon burial ground. The bell, the caves, remember? Yes, I remember. The big effing door that we had to study. What's going on with it? Did you manage to open it? Yes! I won't enter without you, waiting on your help. Okay, awesome. I'm on my way. I want to find out what's going on in there. Sakoth Benoth, you are truly magnificent. I made the right decision when I bet on you. You descended into the abyss and returned to the mortal world in style. You were in the favor of both my sister and the sword-swinging upstart. Oh, and on that note, allow me to congratulate you as well. Your city is now a sight to behold. There is joy and happiness everywhere you look. It's a never-ending celebration, and I can see your influence at work. This city is a reflection on you, just like my realm is a reflection on my refined tastes, and Olushanira reflects on my sister's lousy personality. Any news? Do you think I'd be here if I didn't have news? Ha! Of course I would. I enjoy visiting you. It's always a pleasure to see your lovely face. But I do have some news. Do you remember when our feathered friend flew off on a sudden whim? Well, he's returned, and he's brought something important with him. He looks very smug, but he won't tell us what it is. He just pats his bag and preens his feathers. He's going to reveal anything to the council until you arrive, so please hurry. We're all waiting for you. See you soon. Okay, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have caught up with all of the stuffs. And we have a big old quest book full of things, again, to take on. I know that this has only been an hour and 50 minutes, and there's been a lot of exposition and storyline stuff, and we had just a little bit of brief combat there. But I think I need to call it quits for the evening. There's a bit of stuff happening that I need to go deal with, and just getting 2 hours out of tonight is better than nothing. I hope to be back again tomorrow to continue Act number 5. And maybe Thursday. I don't know. I might watch Critical Role, or I might decide to stream instead. We'll see how things go. We'll definitely be here for the weekend, though. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. There haven't been very many of you here tonight with me, but I love having you here regardless. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.